Alright, the battle between three deities has entered its final stage. In the previous episode, we were shown Senju showing her true power potential in fighting against Toranno. And now in this episode, it will start with the fight between Kikucho versus Mikey. But in that fight, Mikey didn't fight back, he just did punch after punch without putting up a fight. Feeling belittled, Kikucho shouts, "What's wrong, Mikey? Are you holding me? Then why are you even here?" As Kikucho pants from his efforts, he felt something was wrong with Mikey. He's been taking punches from me, yet he's not reacting at all. It's as if I'm punching a ghost. At that moment, Mikey looked down at his palm. Kenshin. I'm empty inside. And not long after that, something mysterious was seen approaching Mikey. And little by little Mikey is shrouded by darkness. Kikucho watched in horror as changes occurred in Mikey, as dark impulsivity took over his body. Meanwhile, we are diverted to the battle between Toranno and Senju. Toranno yells in delight at his exhilaration. Senju skillfully dodges Toranno's punch. And she lands a mid-air kick on Toranno's face. But unexpectedly, Toranno counterattacked, pushed Senju into the air, and threw her to the ground. Takemichi screamed in terror as he watched Senju fall to the ground. As Toranno prepares to finish Senju off, he tells Takemichi to move, placing a broad hand on Takemichi's shoulder. The moment Toranno touches Takemichi, suddenly a mysterious vision appears in Takemichi's mind. In the mysterious vision, Toranno was seen lying on the ground, and Takemichi approached his lifeless body. What was that vision? South was dead? A monster like him dead? In this situation, Takemichi is baffled at the possibility of Toranno, a brutal monster, defeated and dead. Just as Toranno is mere steps away from Senju, suddenly Kikucho skids onto the ground between them. Seeing Kikucho covered in blood and lying on the ground, Toranno saw Mikey, who slowly approached him. After seeing Mikey, who started to move, Takemichi was shocked and scared, considering the mysterious vision when Toranno died, and now that Mikey is here, there is a possibility that Mikey did that. Toranno chuckles as he steps toward Mikey. "You finally made a move. Sano Manjiro." Suddenly Senju shouted, "Get out of the way, Mikey. South is my opponent." However, Mikey glanced at Senju with killing intent. "You wanna die next?" And that's stopping Senju's protest. "What the hell is this murderous vibe I'm getting?" Toranno begins the fight, rushing toward Mikey with a punch. As Toranno strikes him, Mikey kicks him in the jaw. The pair continue striking each other simultaneously, with Toranno loudly proclaiming his delight at finding a nearly equal opponent. However, their fight comes to a halt when Takemichi places himself between the two of them. Toranno was angry with Takemichi. "Hanagaki, why did you stop us?" Takemichi tearfully pleads for Mikey to stop. "That's enough, Mikey. You gotta stop this, or else South will die." But Mikey didn't listen to Takemichi's words, his gaze was still focused on Toranno. And then Mikey said to Toranno, "You can't stop destroying things, can you? I'm the same. That's why I'm here to destroy you." At that moment, Toranno realizes he cannot move his body, immobilized in his standing position. In this situation, Takemichi recognizes that this mirrors Mikey's intent towards Kazutora on Bloody Halloween. Takemichi tears up as he realizes that Mikey has become a cold-blooded murderer. Approaching Takemichi, Mikey says he is in the way. In a swift motion, Mikey breaks Takemichi's elbow using his knee. As Takemichi writhes on the ground in pain, Mikey walks towards Toranno. "Now then, how do you want to die?" While groaning in pain after his arm was broken by Mikey, Takemichi yells at Mikey begging to stop his actions. But Mikey ignores Takemichi's words, and he keeps hitting Toranno in the face. Only when Toranno stops breathing does Mikey finally step away. Takemichi ran over to Toranno, who was lying on the ground, to check on his condition. And after checking Toranno's condition, Takemichi tears up as he realizes Toranno's death and Mikey's newfound status as a killer. With the situation that occurred for Toranno's death, and Mikey as the killer, the atmosphere turned tense. The eyewitnesses who saw the incident looked horrified, and couldn't believe what Mikey had done. To deal with the situation that has gotten out of control, Coco hastily made a decision. Everyone listen up. Senju has lost to South. And South has lost to Mikey. Hence it's Kanto Manji Gang's victory. This concludes the conflict. Everyone's dismissed. Clear everything up. Kanto Manji Gang 2. Help those who can't get on their feet. Retreat now. As Ron helps Kikucho, who couldn't walk anymore. Kikucho asked, "What about South?" Then Ron responds dismissively, adding that Toranno's absence will be better for them. Who knows? Anyways, it's best for us to get out of here. Then in a loud voice, Akashi admonishes the extremity of Mikey's actions. Mikey, are you even human? There's no reason for you to go that far, you know? Hearing those words, Mikey approached Akashi, who was kneeling on the ground. And in response, Mikey kicks Akashi in the face. You're better off dead too. Takemichi ran holding his injured arm. And he put himself between Mikey and Akashi, once again pleading for Mikey to stop. You can't do this. This is wrong. You again? Looking annoyed with Takemichi. Mikey punches Takemichi and throws him across the parking lot. Looking worried about Takemichi's condition, Coco asks Mikey to stop. Mikey, that's enough, okay? We are retreating. However, Mikey ignores Coco's pleas, and he was still fixated on Takemichi, who was groaning in pain on the ground. Now then, how do you want to die? Mikey lifted Takemichi's collar, and at that moment Takemichi remembered those words, which Mikey had said in a joking way. But now Takemichi was crying when he realized Mikey was serious about killing him. All the time, Mikey punched Takemichi from various angles until Takemichi's body lay on the ground. Still at the scene, Senju and Coco watch in horror, as Mikey doesn't stop beating Takemichi. As Mikey brought Takemichi to the ground for his final attack, Senju shouted out. With his face swollen and bloodied, Takemichi murmurs Mikey's name as Mikey prepares to deliver the final punch. Mikey's punch is out of control. Will Takemichi have the same fate as Toranno? Until here this episode, what do you think? Give your opinion in the comments for the next episode. So don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss the latest videos from us. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoy and see you later.